I'm headed into Manhattan to meet a friend who is also a hero in the Bigfoot community. And if you all don't know this, if you're seeing this video and you don't know, my name's Peter Caine. I'm president of the Bigfoot Community and Association. But the guy I'm meeting is, really well known. We're talking about more well known than Patterson, Gimlin, Bobo, the big fat idiot that eats hot dogs. This guy is really well known in the Bigfoot community. I gotta get going. I'll meet him and you'll see who I'm talking about. I will say one thing, that the guy that I'm meeting is an actual hero. He is. He's a hero. He's a hero to many, and especially the people in the Bigfoot community, Sasquatch community. Much more of a hero than overweight Bobo, who thinks that Bigfoot eats pancakes and bacon and eggs. No, fat Bobo, that is what you eat. And the only time Sasquatch eats that is when you put on the Sasquatch costume. It's a fact. On a side note, there's a Shiba in that car, and the Shiba's been in the car for 45 minutes. If it was hot out or the sun was beating down on that car, listen, the windows are cracked. It's got the skylight cracked. It's a little bit hotter. I'd be calling the police and breaking the window. Some drunk, pregnant woman. It looked like she was homeless too. And her stuff, was falling out all over the floor. Right? Like she had bags of shit. She's picking up the stuff. She has the, refrigerator repairman pants on, and looking, and it's like a crack of her fucking ass, or nasty ass. I'm just surprised that I didn't see poo in that crack of that ass. I'm not shitting you. That was nasty. Hey, my parents weren't the best, but you know what I'm saying? She's pregnant and fucking drunk. Horrible. She should be arrested. Not to make light of a fucked up situation, but it's like, if you get pregnant and you're gonna have the kid, you don't do anything. You drink water. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I don't have compassion for the woman. She's fucking up somebody else that isn't even born. I'm looking at her and that crack of her ass. I'm not shitting you, man. I'm surprised there wasn't poo in it. It's disgusting. Probably the only true hero of the Sasquatch world. I'm going to see him right now. Everyone in the Bigfoot community knows who I'm talking about already. They do. It's fucking famous. You know who I'm talking about? He's famous. He's a hero. Unlike every other Bigfoot researcher that's out there, this guy is for real. It's not fake. It's not fake news. He's a hero. We're going to be going up to beaver dams and hunting the Sasquatch. We'll get one. I wouldn't go in the woods alone. Up there in Beaver Dams, there's no way I'm going up there alone. Definitely taking some guns. They're everywhere. Fucking everywhere. I've been on this train before, and I've been picked on by some students, No, they weren't college students. They really weren't in high school. They were I don't know, 6th graders, but there were a fucking lot of them, man. You're surrounded by 3 or 4 6th graders, giving you shit. I'll tell you something, it's not going to happen today, because I'm going to have my friend with me, who's pretty terrifying looking. More terrifying looking than fat Bobo, He needs to go on a diet, He's the fattest of all the Sasquatch researchers. He's fake. He is a fake researcher. The one that I'm going to pick up right now, or meet, not pick up. I'll tell you one thing about the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Well, this isn't the Upper East Side. Well, we're close. This area, lots of hot bitches. And that's why my friend lives up here, because there's lots of hot bitches, and that's what he likes. He's a babe hound. Loves the bitches, and he gets plenty of them. Unlike Bobo, who probably is still a virgin. And that's probably the truth. Bobo's probably a nice guy, you know. I don't believe his shit. You know, I saw him making bait for a Sasquatch, and it was all the shit it looks like he would eat. Pancakes and fucking bacon and eggs. That was Bobo's meal. That's not a Sasquatch meal. It just pisses me off. You know, all these Sasquatch researchers out there spreading disinformation about Bigfoot. It's outrageous. I was boning some woman up here for a little bit. I sort of felt out of place. Not really around her, but just in the area that she lived in. So everybody's fucking rich, you know. She's rich, you know. How many times a day? I can't say the woman's name. She might see this, but probably not. I don't think she watches my shit, but every time I was over there, man, it was like packages from UPS, like 10 or 15 a day. You know, shopaholic on the internet, pretty much. You know, you got to do something, though. And what's the sense of not buying stuff, you know? I mean, if you got the money, you know what I'm saying? You might as well. It's a hobby for some people, buying stuff. Got a lot of dough. I'm lost. Before I'm meeting him, I'm getting some Indian food. And I'm eating it now because if I eat it in front of him, he'll feed me shit. Because he told me every time I eat like curry and we go in the woods, he said that the Bigfoot can smell it. So I don't want him giving me shit, you know? Pushing me around and shit. You see what I mean when you see him. This is a dude that does not fuck around, especially when it comes to Sasquatch and Bigfoot research. Well, there are some smoking hot broads in this town, though. It's the truth. Maybe not as many as in Beaver Dams, but you know, there's a few. You know, there's a handful. Seriously, New York City, get out of here. They're everywhere. They are. They're fucking everywhere. I mean, if you like models, underwear models, I think most guys do. I know Donald Trump does. You know, women that are so hot they work as escorts. You know, yeah, that's what most guys like. Look at her, she's so hot she could be an escort. Yeah, I'd be bragging about it. You know. Oh no, my girlfriend is not a prostitute. But she could be. That's what you want. It's what every guy wants, I'm telling you. I want the real smart prostitute, though. Looking. I don't want a prostitute. I just want a broad that looks like a prostitute, but is like maybe a scientist or something. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, she's a underwear model in her spare time just for fun. But she works for NASA. That would be my kind. That's my kind of woman. That's what I like. I think most guys, you know, hot bitches. Like I said, that's why my friend lives up here, because there's hot bitches everywhere. Oh, she just gave me the 2 minutes. Actually, I am being rather impatient. It actually hasn't been that long. I'm fucking hungry, man. I want to fucking eat. You know what I mean? 2 minutes. I think she knew that I was the impatient customer, you know, the non-Indian person. This is Indian, right? Yeah. I don't know. Looks Indian. They look Indian. And they could be close to India. What's close to India? Pakistan? Bangladesh? I have a friend that's Bangladeshi, and you know, I'm not gonna say what's the difference. She'd say, what the fuck are you talking about? We're totally different. Yes, I know that. I mean, she's Muslim, you know. I don't think. Well, I guess it's Hindu, and I don't know. India, you could be a Sikh, Hindu. Or you could be whatever you want or nothing at all. I'm sure. Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, something like that. I think most people are Hindu in India. I don't know. You know. I sort of skipped 5th and 6th grade, you know, so not really skipped because I was smart. I was sleeping a lot, so I didn't pay attention to that shit. You know, I slept a lot as a kid at school. It was sort of a hobby of mine. I'd stay up late, watch Johnny Carson, right? Work on some bits with my little tiny tape recorder that I had, and then try them out at school. But that was the only purpose I went to school. I hated it, you know. School for me, grade school, it would have been fine if I would have, you know, oh, it's a half an hour. Okay, I'll do it. You know, that's fine. It was just way too long. I mean, what was that? Like fucking 8 or 9 in the morning to like 2 or 3? That's absurd. It's absurd trying to make a child learn that way. This is taking a lot longer than expected. It's starting to piss me off. I did already pay. I'm impatient, man. I don't want to sit around and wait for shit, okay? I gave you the order. I expected 30 seconds later. I think it's a big scam so that I'm standing around, oh, let me get a mango lassi or whatever they call it. Hey, give me one of those. Give me the chutney drink. You know, I just want my shit. I think I got lamb. I think I got lamb. Some kind of sandwich. I didn't know what any of this shit was. I was like, give me number 12. You know, give me the number 12. Okay, that wasn't too bad. What it was it ended up being like a burrito. It was a lot like a burrito. It was pretty good. It's all right. I mean, it was like $7. It wasn't too expensive or anything. But now I need something to drink, and I can't find a bodega. There's no bodegas here. There's nothing. I'm not a huge fan of burritos. You know, I'm not. I mean, I'll eat one if I was starving, but it always reminds me of being in art school and not having any money, or scraping some change together and going down to fucking Quick Trip and eating a chimichanga. That's what it reminded me of. A motherfucking chimichanga from Quick Trip. I was starving, you know? I didn't have time to fuck around, and I gotta meet my friend. So, I don't know. It's alright. This area is just so weird. I could never imagine. Ugh. I think I need to go find a Prilosec. Seriously. You know, I just can't imagine living in Manhattan. You know, like his place, it's fucking out. I could never afford his place. His place is fucking ridiculous. It's 2 places. This guy has 2 places. One here and then one sort of down by 14th Street, you know? Both it's ridiculous. I could never afford this shit. It's outrageous. I gotta pick up Miko, by the way. I'm going to get Miko on Monday. Speaking of outrageous places, oh my God. You know, I wouldn't take a video in that place. I'm just saying it looks like a fucking art gallery. It's like this, Miko's owner's this young dude. He's this young dude, you know. Sweet looking pad. He has a Chirico, you know. Be nice. I'd like to own a Chirico, but I mean, if I had a ton of dough, like a lot, I think I'd like to own a Van Gogh because they're the most expensive. I mean, you could own a Chirico, sure. Van Gogh would be the best thing to own. You know, Picasso, sure, you know, but was I ever a huge fan of Picasso? I see that he was a genius, yeah, I get that, but like not, you know, I mean, if anybody asked me like who's your favorite artist, you know, dead or alive, I'd probably say Van Gogh and Ed Keenholz. Both are dead. Who's alive that I like their work? Oh, me. Yeah, me. That's right. Yeah, I'm my own favorite artist, which sort of makes sense because I make shit for myself. It's true. That's how an artist should make work. They should make it for themselves, not for sales. Like maybe that's why I've never really made a lot of sales and I can't afford to live at a place like my friend here, you know? Maybe if I had a different attitude about my art career and I made it for people to like it instead of despising it, like my Trump sculptures. Oh, if any of you haven't seen, I got. Well, here he is, the hero of the Bigfoot and Sasquatch community. That's right. Just happy to see me. It's Grandmaster Jupiter, if you were wondering who this is. He saved me several times from a Sasquatch. I'll go in the woods with him. There was a female Sasquatch that sort of had her way with me, and if I go in to the woods with Jupy, he's protected me from her. She's trying to get a little bit more action. It ain't gonna work with Jupy around. He's tough. He's a tough-looking dog. Look at him. He's happy to see me, I think. So what?
Do you want me to take a picture of you guys?
No. No, thank you. Sit. No, here, heel. Sit. Some girl must have recognized Jupy, and she walked up and she said, "Everybody's stopping just to, you know, oh look, it's Jupiter, you know." The girl was like, do you want me to take a picture of you guys?" And I'm like, no, I think we can handle that, right, Jupy? Let's see if Jupy will pick up my reading glasses for me. He's a pal, he might. Jupy, come here. Joe. Jupy, hold. Heel. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's good. Jupy's mommy and daddy told me that they have been working with Jupy doing some scent work. I gave them some Bigfoot, you know, scent, you know, since I have Bigfoot frozen body parts, and they'll hide some of the scent and then ask Jupy to hunt it up. Jupy's not fucking around. A very popular dog. Jupy, here. I'll tell you one thing about Grandmaster Jupy. He gained a little weight, which is good because he used to be real fucking skinny. This guy, look at him peeing on shit. This guy was on, this is the truth, was on pet food and had problems, right? Had diarrhea, and then they put him on, no, Jupy, get it heel. Then they put him on, sit. They put him on one of those Science Diet or Royal Canin kibble diets. And, you know, that's no good. So when he did a board and train with me, we switched him to a raw diet. Now he's all, look at him. He's looking slick, Jupy, looking pretty slick. Everybody's real happy about knowing that Jupy's gonna be hanging out. Right, Jupe? Yeah, see, the thing about me and Jupy is, what's that, Jupe? He can speak to me telepathically. So, like if we're hunting the Bigfoot, he could be, you know, a half a mile away, and he can communicate to me and tell me, yeah, Bigfoot's in the area, get over here, you know. Jupy, heel. Tell you one thing about Jupe, I can tell is his mommy and daddy do work with him because he really is. Jupey, heel. Totally responsive. Sit. Hope nobody tries to pet him because I'm a fucking asshole. You know, don't pet my dog. Don't pet the dog that's with me. That's not my dog, but it's my friend. Look at Jupey in the big city. He's like a champion. Look at him. That's a fucking service dog for you. Trying to see if he needs to take a dump before we get on the train. Hurry, hurry, buddy. But I tell you, these English cockers and their ears, their ears get filthy. Jupey was so excited to see me, he was shaking. It's true, he was shaking like a leaf on a tree. That's something everybody should know, that just because the dog is shaking doesn't mean that they're afraid. You know, like bird dogs, a lot of times you'll see a bird dog at point, right? They're not moving, but they're shaking because there's like so much excitement. Don't get sucked into the emotional state of the dog. You know, it's like as soon as we got away from his mom, she's not shaking anymore. It's totally normal. Seriously. So, Jupey, how you been? How the bitches treating you? Oh, he just said he has a poodle a couple blocks down that he's gonna have some puppies with. Told me not to put that out on YouTube because he doesn't want his mom to know that he's out doing stuff like that, being naughty. Oh, he just said he wants to talk to Tonka because the last time he saw Tonka, he said Tonka stole his chicken leg. He's pissed. Pretty awesome. I can't wait to seriously get back to Beaver Dams because Jupey's palling around. It's fucking great. It's great. His mom said he was in Yosemite and he got a splinter in his paw. Is that true? You got a splinter in your paw, buddy? Oh yeah, that's too bad. You know how I was saying he's like a real tough guy? He's sort of a little mama's boy at times. Aren't you, Jupey? Yes, he says he loves his mommy very much. He does. Mom's pretty awesome. You know, honestly, this dog can do a lot of shit. He can hold the door open, dummy launcher. Oh, he can recycle paper and plastic. He can do all that shit. I can cast him right, left, and back. He did 2 boarding trains with me, and he stayed with me a ton, like a lot. You know, dummy launcher. I'm really looking forward to the dummy launcher. I sent for some 22 blanks. He likes to do it. He was gun shy. I made him not gun shy. Tonka likes the dummy launcher. Ike does too. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Ike needs to chill. He's old. You know. He is. He's like 13. Just, you know, I'm just glad he's hearing again. Seriously. We're stuck on this train, and it said last stop. I didn't know if they meant. This could be 2 hours. Walking around with Jupey. Walks at heel and shit. His tail wagging and shit. It's fucking awesome, man. It's like all the dogs in my house don't look mean, I'll tell you that. Seriously. Not even slightly, like Jupe. Look at this guy. Wagging his tail, looking like a doofus. That's how I like dogs. I don't want a mean-looking dog. Joopy is not mean-looking. Seriously. Are you, Joopy? But he could be. Like I'm telling you, like Sasquatch, Bigfoot, he's not gonna put up with any bullshit. He isn't. It's probably one of the few dogs that I know will protect me. Won't you, Joopy? See? Told ya. Joopy, do you hate Sasquatch? Do you wanna kill one and eat it? I said Sasquatch meat tastes like shit, and he knows that I've eaten it, so he's not touching it. I don't recommend it. If you want to get the fucking Sasquatch on your back, try it. I'm not saying it's a drug, I'm just saying it's just sort of addictive. You know, if you're in pain, it seems to help. I'm in pain right now, I might eat some more. You know, I got plenty. Chippy, you want to try some Sasquatch blood? He said no, he wants his chicken leg back that Tonka stole. He's still talking about that. What if I get you a new chicken leg, Joopy? He says absolutely not. Look at this subway station. Talk about a piece of shit. You know, sort of desolate. If I was a homeless dude, right? I would cross the tracks and I'd be sleeping up there, you know, because I know nobody else would cross the tracks and I don't want to get fucked with, you know. That's me. That's me if I was homeless. I'm not, but if I was, see, I'd go right up there, sleep up there on some cardboard, maybe. If I was homeless and I didn't have shoes, I'd just wrap newspaper around my feet, maybe. And make some cardboard sandals. Something like that. Joopy, what about you? You said he'd never be homeless because he has his mommy and his daddy. It's true. Oh, he said, look over there, there's a rat. And I said, yeah, there is. Joopy, do you smell this? He does, he smells it. What is that, Joopy? He says it's fucking urine. We're gonna move. I don't even know if we move if it'll make a difference because this is New York City and we're in the subway. There's fucking piss everywhere. Isn't that right, Joopy? He says all humans stink. He knows everybody there, you know, at my house. I doubt anybody will bark when we go in. Oh, you know, it's like, oh, it's Joopy. You know, like that. I fed all the dogs before I went to go get Joopy. Took everybody out because I knew that we could. Joopy's really into watching CNN and MSNBC. He can't stand fucking Trump. You know, so we'll go home. I still have to feed, well, I didn't feed everybody. I still have to feed Pharaoh and Luna. But that's nothing. The majority of the dogs are fed. I got a lot of like clients at my house that aren't doing a board and train. I'm just sort of watching them right now. So I'll feed those two midgets, and then me and Joopy and everybody else will just sit around and watch. You know, we'll gloat about Manafort going to jail, and Michael Cohen's gonna flip. You know, Jesus Christ, all this like stuff out of Trump's mouth today. It was like, I seriously heard that man do like 15 lies in 15 minutes or something. It was unbelievable. Like, his base doesn't care; they just believe what he says. So it doesn't. That's his method. You know, that's his deal. Lie. Just keep throwing shit up on the wall. Something will stick. I hadn't seen him in a while, but now it's just like old, you know, back to old stuff. Joopy's walking at heel with me. Joopy, sit. pretty awesome. He was real excited to see me. He was shaking like a leaf on a tree. Weren't you, Jew?